Hi everybody and welcome to SA Soccer Mag. I'm Kevin Ferguson, this is Ollie Keohane. Ollie, been an interesting World Cup, I guess, it's been a World Cup of upsets.
Yeah, and many 0-0 draws.
Yeah, many 0-0 draws, though the goals seem to be coming as of late. 3-3 draw yesterday, Cameroon and Serbia. So hopefully they'll keep coming, but as we get to the tighter stages and the knockout phase, I'm not sure the goals will be flowing that freely. But let's try and behind us we'll pick the road out of the groups with only one game to go. There's some sort of certainty, but not much. There's still so much to play for. There's only 4 teams. There's only 3 teams that have guaranteed qualification so far: France, Brazil, and Portugal. And I'm glad that Brazil, my pick of the tournament, seem to be cruising. Haven't given up a goal, scored 3.
Yeah, I mean
I feel they've got a lot more in the tank.
I mean, they've got again, you just look at that squad and how well all of those players are playing. Unfortunate about Neymar for them. I'm not sure if you saw, he got fouled a record 9 times in their last game. Eventually off with his ankle injured. Won't play the next group match. So hopefully he sort of comes back strong for them. But it's crazy because, I mean, you've got these couple of teams guaranteed: Brazil, Portugal, France, which one would always have thought before. But you've got a situation like in Group E where Germany are currently sitting 3rd, but could very well finish, finish second. But some crazy results and a lot to, like you say, a lot to play for in this final round. Groups could be completely swung around.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. Holland. Let's go to Group A, where we have Holland playing guitar. Guitar. Well, they've been played like a guitar.
Yeah.
It's Qatar, sorry. Not much to talk about here. I think that when you look at Qatar, they've been minus 4 goals. They've boxed a goal, given up 5. I don't see this getting much better. I think Holland qualify top of the group with 7 points, and they go into the match. They go into the match to play the runner-up in Group B. We'll get into that now. So I've penciled in Holland in Group A. As you see behind me,
I've got Holland in Group A as well, and then second I've got Senegal. I know that they play Ecuador. I think they should win that. So I think if top 2 in Group A will be Netherlands and Senegal.
Really? I don't have that, to be honest with you. I have Ecuador. I've liked the way that Ecuador have played. They've looked dangerous, and with them playing Senegal, all they need is a draw to qualify.
Yeah. And
so they're in the driving seat there. I know Senegal look good, but I don't expect a high-scoring game. I look for Ecuador to attack on the break and box a goal. So I have Senegal going in second place, and they will play, in all likelihood, the winner of the next group, which I have as England. They play Wales tonight.
Yeah.
Wales have looked a shadow of their former selves. They had, I think they've won 1 of the last 10 games.
How much value do you give a sort of British derby in considering how bad Wales's form has been?
Well, the bookies have 1.47 for an England win, and I'd put my house on that. I mean, Wales they look slow. They look like when they against Iran, they looked like they were playing in quicksand. Whatever they were lucky to get a draw out of the USA.
Yeah.
And England, I still think England have so much more in reserve, and England will win easily tonight, 2-3-0.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I think USA beat Iran as well. I think USA come through second in that group.
Yeah, I have. Who do I have? What is that? B2. I have USA playing Holland. Yep, absolutely. So then we get to Group C, which has been an interesting group.
Sure.
Right? We've got Poland in first, Argentina, who lost to Saudi Arabia with 3, Saudi Arabia with 3, Mexico with 1. We've got Saudi Arabia They play Mexico, and you've got Argentina playing Poland.
Look, I think Saudi Arabia have had their game of the group stages, which was that huge upset against Argentina. Mexico were able to hold off an Argentinian onslaught for 60 minutes, until a great sort of undefendable goal from Messi over the weekend. So, as tough as Argentina have made it for themselves, I still see them qualifying top of the group. I think they will beat Poland. I think Mexico beats Saudi Arabia, though, and I think that Argentina and Mexico both go through.
Yeah. So mine is that Poland finished the group 2 on goal difference. I think they're going to lose to Argentina. Argentina win the group. So I've got Argentina going through in C1, and I've got Poland going through in C2.
Okay.
But, I don't have the soccer almanac. I'm not Biff and gone back to the future and have the almanac. So then it takes us to Group 3. Group D, sorry. And then we have France versus Tunisia and Australia versus Denmark. Right now, we've got France on 6. They're qualified. So what's the motivation for them? We've got Tunisia playing France. We've got Denmark playing Australia.
Look, I mean, Australia sort of faltered to France. I think it's pretty straightforward that Denmark come through second of this group. France already locked in first.
Yeah. So I've got France to be playing Poland on the 4th of December, finishing first. And then I have Denmark playing Argentina. I do believe that Denmark win their game and go through.
Yeah. So I think we were in the same boat there.
Well, we're rowing the same boat. Big disappointment for me were Canada. Were Canada losing 4-1 after taking a 1-0 lead. So Canada are out. And I thought that they would do well, and they were very unlucky against Belgium. But also the biggest underperformer for me is Belgium in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, my friend made the point earlier that Belgium really have essentially had that same squad now, for the past 2 World Cups. They are an old squad, but still, if you look at the players there, they still are under-delivering. And you look at a guy like Kevin De Bruyne is in the prime of his career. He's not tailing off, and he just looked disinterested in that match. There's I don't have Belgium to go through in this group. Incredibly disappointing for a country with that much talent. But yeah, I mean, I've got.
Well, for them to go through, they've got to beat Croatia.
Yeah, which I don't think they will do. I think because all Croatia need is a draw.
Yeah.
And I think that they can at least hold Belgium to a draw, if not beat them. So
well, you remember that I mentioned that Croatia were under the radar.
Yeah.
And look at them at the top of the table.
Yeah.
F1, let's have a look now. F1, I've got Morocco finishing top of that group. Opening up Canada and scoring easily against Canada. So they go through at 7 points and they have a better goal difference. And we've got Belgium F2. I've got Croatia going through second place.
I've got it the other way around. I've got Croatia at first, Morocco at second.
Okay. Well, either way, we both see Belgium.
Belgium not qualifying, yeah.
Look, Pep will be happy about it.
For sure.
For sure.
We've missed Group E, if you want to just go back.
Okay, well, I went to Canada first, just to talk. Anyway, we've got Group E. We've got Spain on 4, Japan on 3, Costa Rica on 3, and the Germans on 1. Now, talk about an interesting group.
Yeah.
Spain have looked good.
Scored a lot of goals.
Got a goal difference of 7. So, anybody that's on 4. So the Spain have Japan. Spain have Japan. I can't see Japan beating Spain.
Me neither.
So, for me, a straight win for Spain over Japan that will see them go through in my pool playing Croatia.
Yeah.
Setting up a very mouthwater final 16, but group of 8. And then second to that, I have Germany.
I have Germany as well. I don't see them not getting to the round of 16 for their second tournament running. You know, won it in 2014, didn't get out the group stages in 2018. They would have to lose to Costa Rica tomorrow to not qualify. Tomorrow or Friday? So, no, that game's tomorrow. So I see Germany, you know, very aware, obviously, of what they need to play for. Straight win over Costa Rica, and I do not see Japan either drawing or beating Spain. So for me, Germany still managed to come through second there, Spain first, of course.
Yeah, and remember, all these games are played at the same time. The group games are played at the same time,
Yeah.
Which is a way of making sure that
It's nothing.
no envelopes are paid to countries not to influence the result. So finally, we have Group G and H.
Yeah.
Brazil have already qualified. You've got Switzerland playing Serbia. Everything to play for there. And you've got Cameroon playing Brazil.
Despite Brazil qualifying already, I don't see them losing or drawing to Cameroon. I mean, you look at the squad that they've got. I've spoken about it often, and even if they're not necessarily playing the guys that they're going to pick to go through to the quarters and the semis, they still have a strong enough squad to beat Cameroon. So, I mean, I see Brazil just carrying their momentum through. I think that's an important thing in this sort of tournament.
So we both have Brazil going through G1. Yeah?
Well, I mean, they already have. So...
they've qualified, but they haven't won the group.
Yeah.
You can't win the group. Switzerland, they could lose to Cameroon. Switzerland could beat Serbia by 4 goals, and then...
but they're going through either way.
They're going through either way, but
not necessarily
but
at first.
I do have them going through first.
Yeah, I've got them going through first, and I've got Switzerland second.
I have Serbia beating Switzerland.
Is that because of some good friends?
That's for they'd never forgive me, and you know, our shareholders, some of the shareholders in this business are Serbian. I've spent a lot of time in Belgrade, and they spend a lot of time in Cape Town, and I just know the anguish. You know, I just know the insufferability. They'll walk around like smack their faces with like they're smacked asses for months. So I'm hoping personally for a Serbian victory, and I think that they can beat Switzerland. You know, they've got the quality. So I've got Serbia going through second in G2,
Okay.
which brings us to the last group. Portugal have qualified, and they've got a goal difference in 3. So it's going to be very unlikely that Ghana beat Uruguay by a significant amount.
Look, Uruguay for me have been probably the disappointment of the group stages so far. I had them tipped as an underdog to go through. I really thought they had the quality to, and you know, lackluster effort in the first game, drew, and then Portugal convincing win over them yesterday. So now Uruguay find themselves -2 goal difference, 1 point, sitting at the bottom of the table. So I like Ghana, who are currently second, to beat them, and I like the table to remain as it is. Portugal to go through first and Ghana to go through second.
Yeah, I do too. And
this will be great for 2010.
Hand of God. Yeah, well, the Suarez save. Look, it advanced them. The guy missed the penalty, and they went through. So you can't blame them for doing that. But I expect Ghana to extract some revenge, and they don't need a win to do it.
You got to love these little stories in World Cups and history and stats. You know,
the stories, yeah, for sure. Any bets that you like tonight?
Actually not. I found it incredibly tough. I'm 1,000 rand down since we've started. Yeah. You know, Uruguay chucking a huge spat into the works. I had some multi-bets where everything came off except the Uruguay game. But before we get into the bets, I'd like to just quickly do a wrap of who we think is going to be playing each other in the round of 16, to just go over it one more time.
Okay, so I've got Holland versus the USA in the first game on the 3rd of December.
So do I. I've got Netherlands, USA.
I have Argentina playing Denmark.
Me too.
I have France playing Poland.
I have France playing Mexico. I still think Mexico will go through.
I have England playing Ecuador.
England, Senegal for me.
Okay. Spain versus Croatia.
Spain versus Morocco.
I have Brazil versus Ghana.
Indeed, that's the same for me.
Morocco versus Germany.
I've got Croatia playing Germany.
And I have Portugal versus Serbia in the final game.
And I have Portugal, Switzerland.
And I have Brazil winning it all. I'm happy about that bet. I put a lot of money on it.
Yeah.
and it's been my biggest bet of the tournament. I still have Messi to be top goal scorer.
I also have that at 11-1. You had to take that.
He's in with a shot, and I had the Brazilian goalie to be the golden boot, the golden gloves.
Okay.
So I'm still in with all my bets, and I don't really see anything. I like England to beat Wales, even at 47%. I might put a bit of money on that. I hit my big football bet of the week this week.
Yeah.
So I was happy about that. But yeah, should be an interesting. Now that we get to the business end of the World Cup,
I think betting becomes a little bit easier in these, come round of 16 onwards than the group stages.
I hope so, because the bookies have made a fortune.
Yeah, completely.
Absolute fortune, and good for them. But let's see if we can claw back some of that money in the elimination games. Like I said, I think you're right. The games get a little easier to pick, and I've enjoyed the tournament, I have to say.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in, all.
Thanks.
Yeah, you
too.
too.
Cheers, bud.